Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's dailies to cast 30 black or red spells will be focusing on the black aspect of that, with a new deck, a mono black vampires. This comes directly from Power Dragon, just because I was looking through decks today just to see if there was anything new that I wanted to try out before we just went to our Rakdos Reanimator, and I saw this, a mono black vampire deck, something I haven't played in a while, and that just caught my attention. Now it's not like this isn't a tribal deck where every creature in here is a vampire. That's mainly because Greedy Freebooter, Timeline Culler, and Sephiroth in here are obviously not vampires, but they do serve a purpose. Mainly that they can combo off of Vengeful Bloodwitch, in that, whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Sephiroth's whole thing is whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card, fodder, and technically fodder, because you can play it from your graveyard for 1 and paying 2 life. So, both of those are good uses for Sephiroth. Also, like other good things would be Preacher of the Schism creating the tokens, though whenever this creature attacks while you have the most life or are tied, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So you're only creating your vampire tokens if you have less life than your opponent. So if that's happening, fantastic. Those vampire tokens are great fodder for Sephiroth, but if not, is what it is. Other than that, we do have some other creatures in here, like Kalastria Highborn. Whenever this creature or another vampire you control dies, you may pay black. If you do, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. A bit steep because you do have to pay extra mana for it, but it's not that bad. Lewis, Pompous, Pillager, a good one to, like, if you have nothing else to play but you have an abundance of mana, just play this for 2 black plus whatever else you have. It comes in with X, 1/1 counters, and he deals X damage to target opponent, which also gives you life back because he is a lifelink creature. We also have, Qarsi Revenant over here, just a very good 3-cost vampire. Does all the things: flying, death touch, lifelink, and when it's dead you can renew it to give something else flying, death touch, and lifelink. Finally, Bloodletter, just to make all of the damage our opponent suffer that much worse. Oh, I forgot about the Archenemy's Charm, just 1 copy of this, because it's kind of a catch-all. Exile target creature or planeswalker, return 1 or 2 target creatures and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Typically, we're probably going to be using the put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. It gains lifelink until end of turn. Typically, that's probably what we're going to be using, but you never know. It's very much a, like, if we need to get rid of something problematic, here we go. I don't see us pulling things from our graveyard very often, but you never know. Anyway, that is the deck. So we're gonna jump into we're gonna do some ranked matches. We're gonna try out some ranked matches. Yes, I did go back and make a mono green landfall deck because I wanted to complete that achievement for playing 2 lands on 1 turn. Maybe we'll see this some other time. Anyway, we're going to try out this mono black vampire deck in, I think we're bronze rank 3, Bronze 3, yeah. See how it does. If we're just losing left and right, I'll probably jump back to standard play, but we'll see. Nothing to do early here, but our opponent is going first. We do have 2 forms of removal, which could be handy. But our opponent is playing black discard. That's not good. So yeah, it's either Bitter Triumph or Strategic Betrayal. Archenemy's Charm, costs 3. So, yeah, that's fair. Another discard. If that's what they're playing is just a mono black discard, we'll probably have to concede relatively quickly, just because I need the cards I have in hand. to be able to do anything. And if our opponent is just saying, nope, you don't get to keep cards in hand, well, there's not much I can do about that, is there? I really do like the interactive maps, just because they're kind of fun. I'm assuming they have something to kill a card, is what's going to happen here. That's why they didn't. Unholy Annex, okay. Not what I was expecting. Play that, because now if they do kill it, I can make them suffer for it. Very helpful. Hello, Slasher. And Ghost Vacuum, that's fine. I don't actually have anything in my graveyard worth keeping. Yeah, my deck is not a Reanimator deck, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah. Lose more life. Really? What is with all of the swamps in this deck? Yep. Exiled, it's gone. Should have gotten rid of Strategic Betrayal over the Bitter Triumph, just saying. Yeah, take some damage. They have their own Bloodletter. Oh, it is a demon. Okay. So that is a little unfortunate. I'll have to get rid of that with Archenemy's Charm. Okay, good. So we do have something else we can play. They can just make their demon now, which is unfortunate. Oh, they're gonna do that instead. Okay. Yeah, that isn't great. If I could get something to get rid of that, that would be fantastic. Come on. Another removal card. Second Bloodletter. Not what I would have preferred, but alright, well, that'll do it. We'll play that and concede. Just because, you know, I'm down to 8. I'm down to 8 life, so there's nothing I can do there. Come on. This attack takes me to 2, both of those trigger, and that's 4 damage on their next turn, so. Yes, I could have blocked with Bloodletter if they didn't just outright kill it, which, high chance of that. But, yeah, is what it is. Either way, let's go ahead and jump into another. We'll do one more ranked match, and if we lose that one, we'll just head back into standard play. I keep forgetting that it is the beginning of the month, so most people that are, well, I guess most people that are in bronze now were probably in silver the previous season. So yeah, it really shouldn't matter that much, but I don't know. I always tend to have relatively bad luck when it comes to ranked matches. Just for whatever reason, I tend to have pretty bad luck. And no reason to attack. I can use it as a blocker. Okay, so is it discard? Gotcha. Fair enough, I guess. Excuse me. Let's, just so I can kind of continue doing something. Yeah, he doesn't come in that strong, but it is still doing something instead of just skipping my turn. Okay, fear of missing out makes that Mako even stronger. They got rid of a Vivi? Why? Interesting. Choosing not to attack again. I guess that's fair. I think this might be prudent. Are they going to get rid of the fear missing out? Wow. Was not expecting that. I'm going to send that back to my hand. Yep. I'm actually going to go ahead and just play it. Yeah. It comes out as a 2-1, which is less than ideal, but it keeps me from having to make a decision on what to do next turn. Maybe that was a mistake, maybe not, I don't know. Another fear. My opponent just doesn't want to do anything. Okay, so do we want to go Qarsi Revenant, or... yeah, let's go Qarsi Revenant. Sure. You've kind of outlived your usefulness at this point. Fair enough. Oh, this is a Cauldron deck. That's what it is. That's why they keep sending Vivi to the back, because they're trying to play Agatha's Cauldron. That's what they're doing. Alright. At some point, there's just not a whole lot I can do here. Man, they finally got Actus Cauldron. Finally got it. If they swing with everything, I'm just gonna... They finally... Yeah, I'm just gonna let them do it. Yeah, you should have done that in reverse, but... Yeah, it is what it is. How about we just do this since they can't seem to decide what they're doing. I'm gonna make it easy for them and just concede there. All right, well that was a bit disappointing, but I guess that's what I get for playing in ranked matches. You know, at least in quick play with quick play you can guarantee, or standard play you can guarantee that the matches you play are relatively random. Whereas in even the low ranks of ranked match, even in the low levels of ranked matches, you're going to be fighting exactly what you think you're going to be playing against. So it is what it is. Ultimately, I'll definitely hang on to the deck. It's one of those where it's like this can do something. Like it's not terrible at all. It can definitely do something. It's just those were not the best matches to showcase that, and that's okay. Either way, this is where we wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did... Oh, wait, sorry. I'm so sorry. I always forget this. We're not completely empty-handed. We have 2 packs of Omen Paths to open. I always do this. I'm getting worse about it. I apologize. Alright, nothing new in the commons or uncommons. What about... And our mythic is Wither? Is that how you would say that? Cocoon Keeper? Human Villain? Enters, you may exchange life totals with target opponent. If you lost life this way, draw that many cards. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Interesting. And what is this? Again, no new commons or uncommons. Pretty sure I have every common and uncommon in the Omen Paths set, but I'm not sure. Exclusive Nightclub. Tap for blue, black, or red. Enters tapped unless you pay 2 life. And has Mayhem. You may play this card from your graveyard if you discarded it this turn. That's kind of crazy. Okay. So does that mean you could... So could you have played a land that turn, done something to discard this, and then played it again? Essentially playing 2 lands in 1 turn like that? That's how I understand it, but... Because Mayhem, I feel like Mayhem supersedes the rule of playing 1 land at a time, right? I don't know. Something to test, though, to be honest, I'm not that interested in testing it. Anyway, with that, we are going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.